I really want to push my skills in RuneScape, and what's a better gauge of professional gaming like the combat achievements? To be honest, until this series started, I never really looked at the combat task. I always saw them as something fun that you could do on the side, but I always had other grinds that I wanted to get done first. Well, one of the goals of this account is to see how far I can push my skills, and today I set out to achieve the elite tier rewards from the combat achievements. Hello everyone, my name is Nick, and I'm on a mission to improve my skills at RuneScape while hunting down these 4 items. Following one of the simplest rule sets imaginable, I hope to grind my way into greatness. This is Getting Good at RuneScape. Now let's break down how the combat achievements actually work, and don't worry, this is not going to be a long section. The tasks are broken down into 6 groups: easy, medium, hard, elite, master, and grandmaster. Each tier gives a certain amount of points. Easies are worth 1, mediums are 2, 3 is hard. You get the idea. In total, there's 485 tasks for a grand total of 2,005 points, at least of creating this video. The rewards are given based on a total number of points that you have. So the first reward is at 33 points, which can be achieved by only doing the easy task. There's 33 tasks in that tier, each worth 1 point, and then the rewards are given out. However, you could do the achievements in different tiers, and as long as you have enough points, you can, for example, reach the medium tier rewards without completing all of the easy tasks. That's exactly what happened to me in episode 4, where the new point system actually got put into place. I never completed a full tier task, my achievement log looked like this, but regardless, I was able to claim the rewards all the way up to the hard tier. Personally, I really like the new point system a lot more than the old one that they were using, which required the entire completion of a tier to get those rewards. Well, today I want to make this collection log look a little bit better while reaching for the elite tier. The best way to go about this challenge is to look at the tasks that you want to complete and see if there's any other tasks surrounding that same activity. Perfect example of this is just like the last video of the DKs. Most of the achievements were in the medium tier, but some of them reached up into the hard tier. If you're going to go for the rewards and rewards only, I recommend doing the combat achievements in this way, just to save your sanity of doing 10 KC at Rex and then coming back later to do another 15 KC just for that hard tier. You can just knock it all out in one go. So with that in mind, that's exactly how I'm going to tackle the list of stuff I need to do. I'm going to be seeing what I need to do left in the easy tier, check to see if there's harder achievements regarding the same content, and do the same thing over for mediums and hards until I hit the elite threshold. So as it currently stands, I have a total of 159 tasks completed, granting me a total of 565 points. To keep this video shorter, I'm going to be skipping over some of the achievements that I do during this grind. There are a few bosses and tasks that are just like 1-2 achievements that I need to do to complete the diary or the content, and it's just super quick and they don't really deserve a spot in the video. With that said though, I am going to highlight some of the longer grinds that I do, and we're going to kick off things in the easy tier, starting off with the King of the Giants, Obar. This boss has 6 combat achievements to his name, half of which are easy and half are mediums. Looking at this list, I need to get at least 5 keys to get this boss done, so a few hours in the Deep Wildy dungeon later, I gathered all my keys to complete some tasks. The good news about the combat achievements is multiple achievements can be done in one go. So on the first kill, I ran into this corner, used the range protection, and killed the boss in a free-to-play world wearing the finest rune armor. This got me 3 combat achievements: the Obar's Novice, Back to the Wall, and Fighting as Attended. After this, I went a bit overkill and sent a full mage max setup, making sure to keep Protect from range on, and Ice Barraged him as soon as I enter the fight, getting the Sleeping Giant and Squashing the Giant achievements. 3 more kills later and the Obar Champion achievement was completed, and I never had to touch this boss again. Since we're on the mode of killing giants, the next one is Brio, the Moss Giant boss. This one has 7 achievements in total, and it has the same requirement to get the keys to access the lair. This time there's 5 easy tasks and 2 medium tasks, and to speed up the key grind, I took my cannon out to this spot in the Wildy, in between the Lava Maze and the Dragon Isles. Once I got my keys, it was time to fight. By getting lucky and not catching a poison, the first kill I was able to get the Brio Novice, Preparation is Key, and Fighting as Intended 2 achievements done. The second kill I went in with a Blowpipe and a Serp Helm, guaranteeing a poison on the boss. After waiting a few moments for the poison to do its thing, this completes the Slow Death achievement. Now, even though I was killing the boss with Protect from Mage up the entire time, I either kept turning the prayer off as the boss was dying, or I didn't have it on as soon as I entered the lair. So on the 3rd KC, I made sure to turn on the prayer before I entered the fight, and kept it on until the boss was completely dead, getting the Protection from Moss achievement. The 4th kill, I made sure that all the spawns surrounded me so I could quickly use the item on him, getting the Quick Cutter achievement. That just leaves the Brio Champion achievement for the end. The next set of achievements I took on was at Temperos. This minigame has 8 total achievements, and it's the first activity that has some hard achievements in it. So we have a total of 4 easy tasks, 2 medium, and 2 hard to complete. After a quick video on how to do this thing solo, I jumped into my first game. The first task completed here was the calm before the storm. And after letting one fire spread, I also got the Master a Bucket achievements. With some running around in the Mass Worlds, I got the Fire in the Hole achievement, completing every easy task currently in the game. Quick and easy to get those done, but Temporos has more tasks, so the next one I took on was the Lone Angler. Looking back on the VODs, I'm kind of surprised it took this long to get it, considering I have other solos done at this point, but regardless, I got it done. That just leaves the Why Cook achievement, which also requires you to become a firefighter to get enough points here, and that's the achievement done, which also means Temporos is completed as well. With the easies done, it's time to move into the mediums, and we're going to start off with the Barrows Brothers. These guys have 7 combat tasks, 2 easy, 3 medium, and 2 hard tasks. Here's a good time to mention that I have some experience at some of the bosses and activities I'm going to be taking on, so while there's 7 tasks total here, I only need to get 3 of them done, so we're just going to focus on those. With that said, I got 2 of them done in one trip, the Can't Touch Me and the Faithless Crypt Run. The Faithless Run is not too bad, but the Can't Touch Me one is incredibly annoying to get. I spent little over an hour just sending attempts to choke it in one of the rooms. Anyway, the last task I needed to get here was to kill Carol by only using specs, getting the last achievement just like that. Next we move on to Skatizo, and I only had enough totems to really get the medium task done here, so that's all I'm going to shoot for. The boss has 7 achievements, 3 mediums, 1 hard, 2 elite, and 1 master. But I only care about these 2, which makes this section of the video incredibly short. All I had to do was equip the arc light and make sure the altars were down before delivering the final blow. So at least for now, I'm going to call Skatizo done. Next we have some Wildy content, starting off with the Chaos Fanatic. With 2 in medium and 2 in hard, this boss is more about spending time out in the Wildy than it is its difficulty. After getting the Sorry What Was That achievement, it's all about the KC. A trick I used here was recharge my prayer at the Chaos Altar in between kills, getting the Chaos Fanatic champion and the Praying the Gods done at the same time. 15 kills later, this boss is complete. The Malediction Shard, we'll take it. Super cool. On to the Crazy Archaeologist, another simple boss. This one only has 4 tasks, 1 being easy and the rest in medium. Starting off the easiest challenge, Mage of the Ruins, and then I just continued using this same setup of Trident and Monk Robes to complete the I'd Rather Not Learn achievement, Champion achievement, and finally the Adept achievement, completing this boss off as well. Time to take a trip down memory lane, at least for me, and that's the Giant Mole. A very simple boss of 6 tasks, 1 easy, 2 medium, 2 hard, and 1 elite. This boss is more annoying than anything, which I'm sure most people can relate to, but I only need 3 achievements to get, making this trip super quick as well. Thankfully I have the Valley Diary done, tracking this boss down became slightly better. I started off with avoiding these little hands achievement, which was quickly followed up by the Hard Hitter achievement. That only leaves the Whack-A-Mole achievement, and let me say DH bombing is still a lot of fun here. To finish off the medium tier, I had to take on the DKs. Luckily enough, I have a full video out taking on these bosses and completing all the tasks related to them. If you're interested, you can find the video right here, or in the link in the description. With those tasks all done, the medium tier is completed, meaning I only have 153 points left before hitting the elite tier rewards, and it's finally time to start focusing on the hard tasks. Now the hards get a little bit more complicated, mainly due to a lot of them needing Slayer assignments to get the task done. Bosses like the Abyssal Sire and the Grotesque Guardians are here for example. With the short achievement points that I needed to get the elite tier done, I just started focusing on the hard achievements alone and not so much worrying about completing all the combat tasks related to each boss. I know it's a really odd switch to do this late in the grind, and it's probably not the most efficient way to do this, but I really just wanted to get the rewards. And a quick way to do that is to jump back into the Wildy. Up next we have the Chaos Elemental, a boss that has quite a bit of PKers for some reason. Nonetheless, this boss has 4 achievements, 1 being in the elite tier. We got things going off quickly, getting the Hoarder achievement on KC4, followed up by a really surprising drop. No, I did not. What? What? That is KC number 5 and I got the pet. No. There's no way. Seriously, I have no idea why I keep getting so lucky, especially when I'm just trying to get the simplest of combat achievements done. Like the achievement I was actually trying to go for here was the Flincher. After this was done though, everything else was just about KC, so the Adept achievement was next, and I finished off with the Veterans achievement. The Wildy was getting quite busy at this time, which caused me to die quite a few times, so I jumped into some safer content like the Cowfight Queen. This is another old school boss that everyone has some memories about, and I'm not sure if all of them are fond or not, but this boss is rather easy, all things considered. Especially if you have a buddy like me that was healing you up the entire time. Seriously, big shout out to Pepsi and everyone else that was in my chat helping me out with these achievements. The amount of times that I got lost or was doing a method completely wrong during this grind was unreal, and I'd probably be still on this grind if it wasn't for your help, so seriously, thank you guys. Back to the achievements at hand, the 3 that I need to get at KQ are the Penetrator, the Prayer Smasher, and the Insect Deflection. Woo! You see that? An elite gamer right here. That's amazing. I have some pretty good luck getting a random drop while completing one of these tasks too. Next, I take on the first Slayer boss of the video, the Abyssal Sire. A boss that I absolutely hate doing, and hopefully I'm not alone in that opinions because I'm going to trash it just a little bit. I think this boss needs a rework. I think it's incredibly long to do, it's not that fun, it eats a lot of food, I'm just not a big fan. Nonetheless, this boss has 8 achievements in its name, 4 in the hard and 4 in elite. Starting off, we got the Don't Whip Me achievement, followed up by Don't Stop Moving, and then the Perfect Sire. Next, I brought in a ton of runes so I can do the Demonic Rebound achievement. And then the achievement for the Grow Up Too Fast was done shortly after. That just leaves the longest and most annoying task for last, which is the Respirator Runner. Thanks to some long range weapons and using thralls, this task wasn't too hard, but was by far the longest to get done. Unless I'm hunting pets, I will never be back here again. Off to the Wildy one last time to take on these bosses that make some really easy points. Mainly because they just require KC to complete. Starting off with Callisto, getting both the Adept and Veteran achievements here at Artio. Then moving on to Vedion's Adept and Veteran achievements at Calvarion. And finally finishing up the trio of new Wildy bosses at Spindle, getting both of the achievements done here as well. I decided to take these all on in the Solo Plus areas for the achievement, and I cannot be happier doing so. During this really short section of the grind, I was attacked so often that I can't imagine doing this with the more popular multi-bosses, but I also did this section of the video before the update required the Medium Wilderness Diary to be completed before entering, which probably had something to do with how often I was attacked. So if you're doing this grind now, you may have a little bit more luck than me. To finish up the Wildy, we have Scorpia, the boss long forgotten at time, especially for me. It's hiding way up north in the Wildy, and this boss has 4 achievements, 3 being hard and 1 elite. During the first KC, I got the Guardians No More achievement, followed up by the I Can't Reach achievement, and then the Scorpia Adept and Veteran achievements at the respective KCs. For the final points, I took on the Grotesque Guardians. These have 15 combat achievements to their name, 6 hard, 5 elites, 2 master, and 1 grandmaster. At least for today, thankfully I don't have to worry about these speed tasks in particular, meaning all the other tasks are what stands between me and my new helmet. Thankfully, a ton of achievements can be done in one go, which is exactly what I did here. The first skill here, I got the Don't Look at the Eclipse, Prison Break, Granite Footwork, Heal No More, Static Awareness, Done Before Dusk, Perfect Grotesque Guardians, and the Grotesque Guardian Speed Trialist. That means I just have 3 more points to get to the next tier of rewards, which I completed on KC 137 at the Grotesque Guardians, getting the From Dusk achievement. That means I can now officially collect the elite tier rewards. But since the last task I completed was From Dusk, which is to get 10 KC in an instance before leaving, I also stayed to get the Perfect Grotesque Guardians 2 achievement and the Till Dawn achievements, since by completing the From Dusk achievement, I was already halfway done with getting these other 2 achievements done, so I decided to knock them out before I leave this place for a very, very long time. With all of these achievements finally done, it's time to go teleport to Gamel and collect my rewards. The Elite Tier reward gives you an Antique Lamp worth 25 experience, 5% increased chance to receive an Elite Clue Scroll from all sources except Implings, the Hilt 4, which now has 3 Tullys to the Mor Ulrek area. I can also get up to 55 more boss kills per Slayer assignment, which is a 20 KC increase. I only need 30 follower kills to enter the God Wars dungeon. The Ecumenical Key is now a 1 in 50 drop rate. The private instances at the God Wars dungeon now only requires 125k to enter. I can create the Dragon Hunter Crossbow T. The Bracelet of Slaughter and the Expeditious Rings have a 10% chance to fully recharge instead of breaking. The Superior spawns only have a 1 in 150 chance to spawn now. The cannon can hold up to 60 cannonballs, and last but certainly not least, I can create the Jad Slayer helm, which of course I did immediately. Well, I guess now I can say that I'm an elite gamer. Technically, at least. What a journey to go on. I'm beyond happy with the results of this grind, and honestly, it doesn't feel real at all to have this new helm. There's only a slight difference between the Jad helm and the Abyssal helm, which I've been rocking for years, but I think it's a really nice upgrade in cosmetics and overall a nice change. I don't think my combat achievement grinds are done just yet, as I think I have enough skill to get to the next 2 rewards, but that's a grind for another day. That's all that I have for you. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd mean a lot if you dropped a like and subscribe as well to see what else I grind out next. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day and stay inspired. See you soon.